so sick today, and that makes me feel so happy.
Well, you know, I love
sport
vintage T-shirts, and
you sport it all the time.
Yes.
Yes.
Well, this is a new one, but it's going in the A rotation.
Oh my God, I love it. I love your whole outfit, man. You look good.
Thank you, thank you.
With the cheese and everything. How you been?
Good.
Good.
Busy. Yeah.
Busy.
Getting,
busy.
Yeah,
Artist of the decade.
Yeah, it's been that's pretty wild. You know, when they.
That was incredible.
The Academy of Country Music told me that we were going to be the Artist of the Decade, and I kind of just felt like, thank you. But it was kind of weird, you know. I felt like I hadn't been around long enough to get something like that. And then I kind of turned around. Well, you don't have to say how long I've been around, but it was like I looked and it was like 14 years. So I was like, well, I guess I have been around for over a decade. But it was one of the biggest honors of my career.
And you've had like the biggest songs. You have the best catalog. And I was telling them, you make it easy. I know I wrote that in the letter to you, but I say I love that song.
Wow, thank you. It was
like I want my husband to slow dance in the rain with me to that song. It is a sexy song, y'all. It is a sexy song. You have so. Here's my question though. We asked earlier though, and I know you know Christmas coming up. What's the worst gift you've ever received?
The worst gift I think was a couple years ago. I got a motion censored light that hangs on your toilet, right? So when you stumble into the bathroom at night, it's dark. This thing comes on and it lights up the toilet so you don't miss. So,
that's thoughtful.
We moved and somehow it came up missing. It was but it was
amazing.
Probably the oddest gift I ever got.
That is amazing. I kind of want to meet that person. But you were on stage actually, and this is more of a serious thing, but actually I had friends at the Vegas shooting. They were, Brian, Brandon's best friend, my husband's best friend. He and his wife were there at the Vegas shooting when that happened, when you were doing your show and everything. And I know you just did a show in Vegas recently, like to kind of, I don't know, I guess what was the point of you doing that? Because right when that happened, and our friends were literally texting us during the shooting. And we're like, what? And it terrified me to ever go on stage, and I've been on stage forever, but it just scares you because you're so vulnerable. Yeah,
I mean, it's, you know, obviously something that I wouldn't wish on anybody. And you know, I think for us, going back to Vegas was something that I think we wanted to do it the right way. We didn't want to go in and try and do it too soon. We felt like there was going to be a lot of people at our show that probably haven't been to one of our shows, maybe haven't been to a concert at all. Since that show, and if they were going to come back out and you know, that was part of the healing process for them, you know, we wanted to make it a safer environment, something that made them feel safer. So we did Park MGM, and so, you know, little 5,000 seat arena that, you know, the other one was outside, 40,000 people, whatever it was, and so this was a little smaller, a little more intimate, where people could come, hopefully feel a little more at ease, and hopefully help some of them. I mean, we had to kind of get on stage the next week, you know, and start trying to get through all of it. So
how did you do that right off the bat? Did you talk to anyone? Because I'm telling you what,
you know, the best thing that happened.
Especially having kids. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not just you going out there. You have a family.
Yeah, I mean, it was rough. I think the best thing that could have happened was the fact, not that could have happened, but the best thing for me was the fact that my wife was there and went through it. My band was there and went through it. My crew, everybody. And so we kind of leaned on each other, you know, for that stuff and talked through it. You know, nobody kind of kept it bottled up. I mean, if you had a breakdown, you kind of had it in front of everybody, and everybody knew what was going on. You know, my wife, you know, we could talk and she understood, you know, what was going on because she was there, you know. And so it was just, I think to me that probably helped more than anything. But, you know, we're on the other side of it now, and you know, we're part of the Route 91 family now, so it's a cool group.
It is. It's a good thing. So you're a busy dad with 2 little kids as well. This photo kind of sums it up. Here we go.
Yeah.
Now, what's on you there, Jason?
That's puke. Yep. That kind of stuff happens whenever I take them to do anything, like by myself.
Yes, of course.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
that's the time they'll have diarrhea.
Yeah. So she threw up on me that day, and then the next time I took her, we were like 5 miles from the house, and I started smelling something. So I was like, all right, maybe it's not that bad. You know, I get home, and it's coming out of the diaper. Into the car seat, which anybody with kids knows there's like a lot of little nooks and crannies in a car seat.
Yes, where Cheerios hide.
So, I'm holding her out like this, like trying to get her in the house, and then take this car seat and use a water hose and spray it off. It's,
You need a power washer for that.
I know.
So is Memphis a big talker?
He's starting to be a big talker. He's saying everything he hears right now, which is yeah.
That's my 3-year-old Remy. He repeats everything. So be careful.
I know. Trust me. I say stuff and then he repeats it.
Do you just want to eat him? He is so cute.
That's actually been a little while back. He's got like real kind of longer hair now.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, he's awesome.
Big old blue eyes. Get it? So
He's
how
fun.
do they react to your music?
He loves it. He came out. He's seen a couple shows. He's usually in bed by the time I play. So, but I've had a couple things where he's been able to come out and watch, and he's a little confused. He's like, so when he was born, I had a bunch of posters, pictures of people that I've worked with. I don't have you though, but I should do that.
Whatever, you're wearing my shirt.
But
it's
like,
even.
So it's like Luke Bryan and George Strait and Miranda and some of those people. And I had them sign big pictures to him. And one of them is from me, and I signed it to him.
That's adorable.
And so he looks at the picture and he's like, Dada. And then he looks at me, he's like, Dada too. Like he knows I'm the same person, but he still hasn't quite put it together. So, but he seems to be, into the music, and, you turn it on and he knows it's me singing. So
it's funny when it starts to click.
Yeah.
Because then you'll turn around and my kid will, like, especially River, she's 5 now, she'll turn around and she'll hear people cheering or whatever, and she'll turn and she goes, that's my mom. I'm like, slow your roll. Like, she's like trying to hit on the guys.
At least she's proud of it.
I know.
She could be saying, I don't know who that is.
That'll come when she's 16.
Right.
But you also have 2 older daughters that I met and love. And are they musical at all?
My oldest daughter, Keely, is Keely and Kendall. My oldest one, Keely, has started playing guitar and started wanting to play. And so I was like, all right, well, I can teach you. You want to play? I play rhythm guitar. And I'm like, you want to learn to play what I play? And she's like, no, not really. I said, well, what do you want to know? How you want to play? And she goes, I want to play like Slash from Guns N' Roses.
Oh my God, she aimed for the moon.
Yeah, and she's actually doing great, man. She picked it up a lot quicker than I thought, and she's got another year of high school, and then it's time for college, so she wants to go do something with music. So we'll see. Does
that excite you or scare you?
Both.
Yeah, me
it's
too.
exciting that that she kind of has the bug and loves music. It's and
that kindred spirit, but at the same time you're like, oh, beware.
Yeah, it's just it's a tough business, and you got to have pretty thick skin. So, but I love the fact that she's picked it up, and just the fact that she can play an instrument to me is cool. So
yeah, oh my gosh. Well, you recently posted a photo of your pawpaw.
Yeah.
And I didn't know this story, but I didn't know that your real last name wasn't Aldean.
No. So my last name is Williams.
Okay. Very different.
But so when I was in high school and started playing music, there was a couple basketball players named Jason Williams. And there was a piano guy in Nashville named Jason D. Williams. So it's just so common, And so I started using my middle name, which was Aldean. Yeah. And my grandfather, I was named after my grandfather. And so I had a cousin in town the other day, and we started talking about him. And my uncle years ago had started taking my grandfather out, and he would just record, had a little recorder, and he would record conversations, and he put them on a CD. So I've been driving around in my truck listening to those CDs. And my cousin was in town, and we were talking about him. And so that night I just kind of had the feels, as you say.
Exactly. Did you cry?
No.
Judging you now?
I didn't. But it's just cool. I was named after him, and it was a name growing up that I was like, man, whenever somebody called me Jason Aldean, it was usually because I was in trouble.
Yes.
So little did I know that would be the name that everybody would know me as, from now on. And he didn't live long enough to kind of see that, So I was just kind of thinking about him a lot that night. But then I ended up naming my only son after him too, Memphis Aldean. So yeah.
Such a cool name.
Thank you.
Such a strong rock and roll name. This is awesome, and I love that it's Smoke, the 9.
Yeah.
So 9, what's the significance?
So 9 for me, this was an album that,
I know it's your 9th album. But
yeah, it's 9th album, but for me this was an album that years ago I just it was a pipe dream, but I always said if I ever made 9 records, I was going to call it 9 or number 9 because I played a lot of baseball growing up. I actually thought that was going to be my career path for a long time, and 9 was my number that I wore playing baseball all those years, and so.
Oh, look at Edie Beatty Jason. Look at you.
Oh, there you go. There you go.
Oh
That was
my God.
high school and no facial hair right there.
But tell us about the album, and this is cool art too. So what is different? Because I know like I've made like I think like 8 by now, but like you start to go, what do I do that's different on this album? So what do you think is different?
Well, I think that's the thing is, after making so many records, you have to, kind of go in and get creative. And a lot of times you feel like, man, I've already done this and I've already done that. And, for me, luckily, I mean, my influences are all over the place. I mean, I'm from Macon, Georgia, which is the home of the Allman Brothers and Otis Redding and Little Richard. But, songs for me like Dirt Road Anthem and those kind of things, I mean, those came from me liking different genres of music. And it's kind of the same on this record. I mean, I think for me, I want to go in and make albums where there's going to be some traditional country songs because I love that stuff. There's going to be some, more R&B type stuff, and rock and roll is a huge thing for me.
Anything, else like You Make It Easy?
There is one.
Okay.
There's a song on there called I Got What I Got. That,
okay, I'm in.
Yeah, so I think that'll be your jam.
Spotify knows I stalk you. They all are watching us. Beware.